Hey. Sorry guys, let me clean my screen. Seems I had someone with sticky fingers touching my phone. She's sleeping right there. Alright, let me see. I wonder if, let me see. Let me download you now on here. How are you guys doing today? Oh, I forgot to turn that off. So, today is going to be a hard subject because we all know somebody that's been affected by suicide. Hi. How you doing, Andrew? Okay. Thank you guys for sharing this video, first of all. I had to take a step back and really think about what I'm doing, what direction I want to go. I may be doing very minimal on Facebook now. I'm kind of moving towards like Instagram, which is much bigger than Facebook now, and that's going to be where a lot of my photography is coming from. I say photography like I'm cool. I'm not that cool. It's not. It's just pictures I take. And then I'm also going to be, I moved to Twitter, so I have some stuff. I just started an account, so if you guys are there, find me there. I will be posting a lot of links to my videos there. And it seems to be a huge place for conversation. So, especially when we're doing these like awareness looks, I think it's so important to create conversation. You know what I mean? So, that is my plan. I'm still going to do Facebook, just not as much as I was doing it before. And I think sometimes when people are so used to seeing you on Facebook, they kind of feel entitled to you having to do Facebook. And they have to remember that it's the same video everywhere you go. It's not, yeah, I don't know how else to say it. I don't know. I think sometimes people lose sight of why I do my videos, and I do it because I want to reach people and I want to teach people, and that's the whole purpose behind it. So what platform it's on, it doesn't matter. If you love me, you're gonna watch me on any platform. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why I'm gonna take a step back from Facebook for a little bit, kind of evaluate where I am, and see where this goes, because I really, really, really need to get this channel off the ground, and I'm gonna do as much as I can, because I feel like you can reach so many people on YouTube that don't have Facebook, and I can still share the links in Facebook, if you know what I'm saying. So that's kind of where I'm going with that. And I'm gonna start a live stream on YouNow, which is another platform that I have not utilized in the past. So I feel like that's another place we can reach people. Alright, so I am going to start this here. Oh Lord, it says smile for your Snapchat. That's not cool. Like, I don't want a snapshot. So if you guys haven't done it already, be sure to hit those 3 buttons: like, subscribe, and get notified. You know the jingle. Make sure you do it. Okay, so I'm going to share. Oops, please install. Okay, I guess I have it. Okay, so we're gonna go live here and see. And there's like, where is my? YouNow is so glitchy. I don't see anything. The screen is blank. Just started it and it's already black. The screen's black. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started, but I did want to tell you that I did look up some information. I watched some videos, stories of people that have personally been through where a family member or loved one has committed suicide, and I have spoke to people who have friends and family members who have been through where their loved ones have tried to commit suicide, and it's all difficult, whether they tried to and made it, or tried to and didn't make it. It's all very difficult. And what people don't understand is that there's something that is deeper than... Good morning. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate that. There's something that lies deeper than the act of suicide. So many people look at the act, and that's all they see. You know, they no longer are the person that was there. They're no longer the person that you remember. And whether you know it or not, they were suffering the whole time. So a lot of times these people are very, very good at hiding the fact that they're depressed, and you would never know. You can be talking to them on a daily basis. You can be talking to them on a daily basis, and you would never know. Never know. So a simple, how are you doing today, could literally change somebody's mind on whether or not they were going to do the deed. And then, like I was saying, a lot of times they will, sorry. They will then become the person that committed suicide, and then you just forget everything else, you know. That's the story that a lot of people hear. So we're going to talk about what happens after suicide. I think we need to start there first, because I know a lot of people that have gone through this with their family members or loved ones are the ones that were left to deal with it. Let me see if this works now. And I'm live. Okay, cool. Oh, that looks like an eyesore. My basket of lipsticks. Okay. I don't have a problem. Like a huge basket of lipsticks. Okay, so just one thing that I wanted to say is, the last thing you want to tell somebody is it's selfish, right? When they do, if they ever do, you don't ever want to tell them it's selfish, because right, and you know what? Sometimes people will tell you that, or you will hear somebody say, "Oh, you're just thinking about yourself." When you're, you know what? And even though we see it from that standpoint, when someone talks about suicide, when someone talks about suicide, so often they're frowned upon, you know. And even though that it's hard for them, you're kind of making it harder for them. And sometimes people say you're doing it for attention, you're doing it, you know, you're not going to do it. You never want to tell somebody that's talking about committing suicide, you never want to tell them that they're not going to do it, because they will do it to prove you wrong. You never want to challenge them on that, because it's not a joking matter. So if somebody does say they're going to do it, you need to take it seriously. I can't tell you, like, I about was in tears. There was a video I watched where this girl was telling this boy, yeah, you can't tell him just get over it. Sometimes it's a medical condition. Sometimes it's just a medical condition, and there's nothing that can correct it except for counseling and medication. And they need God. I know, and you know the sad part is, just because you're a Christian, hi Braden, just because you're a Christian does not mean that you won't commit suicide, because I have had friends at church, a friend at church that you thought was the happiest person. He wanted to go into ministry. Beautiful person. I'm going to cry thinking about it. I sang with him on the praise team while he played the guitar, and he was an amazing person. And like, he touched so many people. Hey guys, I'm running a double live stream, so I'm on YouTube and so if you guys see me talking to people on other platforms, then you'll know why. I'm doing you now this morning, Dana. So, but I was just talking about taking a break from Facebook for a little while. So, and trying to reach people on other platforms, because ultimately that's what my videos are about, is reaching people, trying to teach people, and I just don't want to get stuck in one platform and then, you know, the whole point is reaching people. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. So, anyway, so yeah, this guy, he was married, he had children, grandchildren. I mean, you would never believe, good morning, that he was depressed. Nobody knew except the people that were closest to him. And when we had that hurricane that came through, he did it. Because he was, I think it just, everything got to him. His wife was sick and battling, you know, something very difficult medically. And he did it. I mean, we couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Nobody knew he was suffering unless you were close to him. And that was just the devil in his ear telling him he was going to be doing the right thing. And we don't understand because we're not in their position. And I'm not justifying people that do it at all, because, you know, looking at it from our standpoint, we already know things are going to get better. You're going to get through everything. God sees you through everything. Thank you, Heather. Yeah, God sees you through everything, and you know you're always going to have a new day until your day comes that you are until you die. It really shouldn't be by your own hand. You know, you should let God take you when He's going to take you, because you have a purpose. Thank you, Heather. You have a purpose here, and your purpose is not done. That is not for you to do. God put you here for a reason, and you have so many more things to do with your life. And, you know, even if it means you battling your depression and then helping somebody else get through theirs, because eventually you're going to meet someone in your life that is going through what you went through, that maybe have the same problems that you used to have. And that's your opportunity. And we've talked about this before and on Facebook, my Facebook Lives, about like sexual abuse and things like that. I know Dana has talked about that. So if you guys don't know who Dana is, Dana Hart, she's on my friends list. You guys go find her, check her out. She did a video. I shared it on my timeline as well. But she talks about sexual abuse and what people endure. And you know, what you don't realize is that's another thing that affects people. It affects people in their adulthood. And what you don't understand is that you might be feeling the guilt as someone that has endured sexual abuse. And you may feel like you're alone. And that a lot of times that can be the stem of your depression. But as somebody that has suffered at the hand of sexual abuse, I realized that my purpose was to help somebody through it. And it wasn't until it happened in my situation that I realized that that's what I was for. That was why I endured what I did, was to help somebody else through it. That's when I realized that was my purpose of going through it, was to help somebody else that was close to me go through it as well. So there may be somebody that's suffering with you or about the same things, and you just don't know until you ask. So don't feel like you're suffering alone. Don't feel like you're alone, because you're not. There's so many people that suffer from depression, and you just don't know because nobody talks about it. It's such a stigma. Such a stigma. You don't want people to look down on you about it. And so you don't really share that part of your life with people. And I feel like if you need to talk about it, then you talk about it, because ultimately that can make a difference on whether you do it or not. And so I know I said I wanted to talk about what happens after I watched this video, and it really opened my eyes about what happens after someone commits suicide. And I'm going to tell you a story. This is not my story to tell. It's not my story to tell, so I'm not going to name names of who this has happened to. But this is what happened to them, okay? And they may or may not ever watch this. But I do want to share this because it's very relevant to what we're talking about today. It is. Okay, so I have a friend who has a daughter. She was married to this guy, and they had a daughter, beautiful, and he was physically abusive towards her, and she just knew that she just could not be with him anymore, and he tried so hard to get back with her, and they just eventually ended up moving on. Okay, both of them. Well, he moved down the street from them so he could be close to his daughter, and they ended up having some kind of a relationship to get along for her, but you can just tell that it wasn't like what it was. And anyway, he, on her 16th, I think it was her 16th birthday, I'm almost positive it was, called his daughter and said, "Baby, I've got you your birthday gift, got you some money, and I want you to come down and get it." "Okay, Daddy, I'll be there." She comes down there to get her. She walks down there to get her birthday money. And what does she find? Her daddy shot himself in the face and was dead. He did that. He called her. So when she got down there, she would find him. What do you say to that? I'm at a loss for words. Like, what do you say to that? It's, not only did he do it, but he did it and set his daughter up to find it. So what happens after this stuff happens? I don't know what was running through his mind. I never made it that far, as far as, like, because I used to suffer from depression as a child, and, you know, I never made it really that far, you know, it wasn't that bad. So, the thing is, like, what happens after somebody finds your body? Well, if you thought you were doing them a favor by offing yourself, you got another thing coming, because not only did you kill yourself and leave them sad, but now they're there to clean up your mess. They have to clean up your mess. They're there. They have to break the news to everyone. They have to physically clean up your mess. They have to plan a funeral that maybe they didn't have money for. You know, it's a lot. It definitely is a lot to have to deal with as a family member of someone that has done this terrible deed to themselves. So suicide is definitely not a joking matter. So, closet maybe? I don't know. You know, so it's definitely not something that you want to joke about. It's definitely not something that you should write off if somebody says that they're going to do it. You need to immediately get them help, because it is so final. You know what I'm saying? It's so final. Yeah, exactly. It's so final. Like, once you do it, you can never go back. You can't change it. You can't fix it. You just can't. And so it might be over for them. Yeah, even you may have to call the police and get them locked up. They will immediately, if they have tried to commit suicide, they will take them immediately and put them where they can't harm themselves. And they will be kept for at least 7 days, I believe, to be monitored and counseled. I'm pretty sure that's what they do. But I hope that this video brings awareness, because we're going to talk a lot. We're going to talk a lot through this whole video about, like, some of you guys' thoughts. I do want to hear maybe your own experiences, whether it was you that's gone through it or you that's had a family member that's attempted, you know, yeah, they don't call it Baker Act in Florida anymore. They call it Marchman Act. And I don't think you need 3 people now. You only need 2. 2 people. Oh, excuse me, that was gross. So, wow, yeah. Here in Florida, they're a little quicker. That's just awful. I don't know. You know, and here's the sad thing is that, you know, you like as someone when someone tries to do it, and I keep saying it because it's just so hard to say the word suicide. But when they try to do it, you know, they just think that it's their solution. A lot of times what they're thinking is their family members will be better off without them. They don't love them. You know, yada, yada, yada. You know, I even heard one story where a kid had a terrible day at school, and like her teacher was giving her a really hard time, and come to find out, like that teacher was giving her a hard time because she knew she was better than that. It takes simply just talking to people. Exactly. Listen, if you have a problem with somebody, don't sit in silence and think that this person hates you or whatever. Talk to them, because just like in this situation, the teacher was giving the kid a hard time because she knew that she could be better than what she was doing. She knew she could, you know, pick her grades up and just do better generally everywhere. And well, this girl took it as the teacher was picking on her, and that wasn't the case at all. And you know that after it was all done, the teacher felt so guilty about being hard on her that she quit her job because she didn't think she was fit to teach. She didn't think she was fit to teach. I mean, that's the effect that it has on people, just little things like that. You know, you leave your family members wondering, like, was it my fault? Was there something what did I miss? Like, you know, it's the worst thing to walk in and find it. Oh my, I couldn't imagine. I just couldn't imagine being the one to find somebody like that. That's just awful. Just plain out awful. And you know, when they're committing suicide, you know, a lot of people will leave a note, you know, and they're apologizing, and you know, it's just, maybe they'll think about what happened, you know, oh, they're gonna come in and find my body. Yeah, they probably think about that, but they don't think about what happens afterwards. And you know, you don't see the outpouring of love until it's already done. So if you wanted people to love you, my suggestion is be more interactive. Be more interactive. You will see the love come from people that do love you if you're involved in their life. Because here's the thing, everyone has their own life, whether they're a kid, whether they're an adult, whether they're a senior adult, it doesn't matter. Everyone has their own life and their own stuff to deal with. So they're not thinking about all the little things that happens in your day to, oh, thank you. They're not thinking about all the little things in your day that is depressing you. They don't know unless you tell them. So talking to somebody can definitely help and make a huge difference. And you know, if you know someone that's suffering from depression, make it your point to talk to them, to see them, to tell them that you love them. I'm on YouNow. I started my channel there, and I never did anything with it because I was stuck in Facebook. Like my ultimate goal, sorry, I was answering somebody's question over here on YouTube. My ultimate goal was YouTube. YouNow is another site similar to YouTube, but it's all live videos. Everything is all live. There's no pre-recorded videos. Once you record your video, it's gone. It's not, you can't go back and watch it. But people can get on there and it's kind of big actually, and I learned about it from another YouTuber. I watched a lot of my other YouTubers that I love to watch. They have YouNow accounts, so they upload a video every day, and then they'll go to YouNow and do live streams during the day at some point and talk to people about stuff. But yeah, If you guys know anybody that's suffering from depression, please make it a point to reach out to them, because even though it won't be your fault if they do it, you will feel guilty. You will feel guilty. It will be on your conscience. It's not your fault. It's not your fault that they feel the way that they do. Or maybe it is your fault. Maybe you've been mean to them. But no, I'm just joking. You can be mean to people and they should never feel that way. It is a condition. Depression is a serious condition. And we just don't know. And that's why you should be... Really? I didn't know that. There could be one little thing that you say to somebody with depression that sets them off. And you could have said it to someone else, and it could have maybe not affected that person the same way. Like, I can be talking to a friend and go, oh my gosh, that is the ugliest shirt I've ever seen. Why are you wearing that? But you say it to somebody with depression, and they could take it totally differently. And that's why we have to be so careful about what we say to and about people, because you just don't know what they're suffering with. You don't know what they're going through. And you know, just like Robin Williams, when he committed suicide, nobody knew how depressed he was. Nobody knew that he was that depressed. It was a total shock. Oh, thank you, Heather. Yeah, this is actually this is probably my third live stream on you now, ever. My first one wasn't even makeup related at all. It was my dogs running around. We were outside at a park. It was so funny too. But if you guys don't stay and watch this whole video, one thing that I just ask that you guys do, suicide prevention or suicide awareness, the ribbon is blue, it's teal and purple. And the month for suicide awareness is September, but we don't have to wait till September to get the word out that this is a serious issue. And that's in every country, every race, every religion. Okay? So, in order to support, the colors are teal, purple, and like a beautiful shade of yellow. It's beautiful. So, I have seen two different versions of the ribbon. I've seen it in blue and purple. And then I've seen it in all yellow. And then I've seen it in blue, purple, and yellow. So, you know, that's why I did gold, teal, and purple. And I like this bracelet because it says strong is the new skinny. Strong is the new skinny. So just remember that if you're in the business with dealing with other people, which we all are, you can't live your life alone. Be the kindest that you can be towards people. Because you just don't know what that person is going through. You really don't. You have no idea what they've battled, what they've been through in their life. You know, listen, nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect by any means. I'm sure I've made people mad. I'm sure I've upset people. You know, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. But the bottom line is, we need to be nicer to one another and more understanding. And I was talking with a friend of mine the other day. She's amazing. She's amazing. We were talking about being a Christian and how people are so judgmental in the Christian community on other people, which a lot of people are. And a lot of that stems back to knowing what Scripture says and interpreting it and turning it to your own understanding. And people do that. I do that. I'll read something and go, oh my gosh, I feel like I just went through that. And what it might mean to me might not mean the same thing to you. So, you know, I know that there's a huge stigma. I know I'm going to get dinged for this, but there's a huge stigma about, homosexuality and about murder and about all kinds of stuff. And I talked about this the other day about murder, and I was all for the guy getting a death penalty. I mean, that's the human side of me. I feel like he deserves a death penalty for killing and raping an 8-year-old girl. And I'm so glad he got a death penalty. Am I right for feeling that way? Absolutely not. We should, exactly what Dana said, pray for this person and forgive this person. I just, in my heart, right at this moment, can't do that. But as far as homosexuality, people look down on them. And listen, we all sin. If that's a sin, that's something they'll feel in their heart. That's the Holy Spirit has to move in their life. If that's how they feel. Listen, it's not our place to judge. It's not our place to not like them. It's not our place to segregate them from what am I trying to say? From everyone else. It's our job to love them. We're called to love them. I have a gay aunt and a gay uncle, and I would never dream about treating them differently because they were so. And what people don't understand is those people are people. Okay? They're people. And what really makes me mad is that there's some people are so quick to judge. Like, they have no idea who they are. Didn't even bother to meet them. Didn't bother to ask them their name. They see them in public, and automatically there's a stigma that goes along with their status, their sexuality, their identity. And listen, we're not supposed to judge. And although people do, and like I did with the guy that killed and raped the 8-year-old girl, that is the human side of me. But ultimately, we're here to love one another, you know. And here's another thing, guys. If you have not made it to the point to where you have personally spoken to somebody, if you are one that has not made it your business to get to know somebody, you don't have the right to tell somebody that they're going to go to hell. I have had somebody tell me that because they were living with, sorry guys, my I don't know why it restarted, but anyway, so what was I saying? If you have not made it your business to get to know somebody, and you're not on that level, what you may say to them when you first meet them, or don't even bother to meet them, you just pass judgment, is not going to be as effective as it would be if you're coming out of love. So it's like saying, you know, it's like, I have a kid. Nobody's perfect. I have 7 children, and so one of my kids is dealing with, she stole a laptop from school, a whole freaking laptop. Okay, so like, if a stranger came up to her and said, "You should have never stolen that. That's not good. That's not, you're going to hell for stealing that." Do you think she's going to be willing to listen to that? Absolutely not. But if somebody comes to her out of love that knows her and says, "Listen, I'm thoroughly disappointed. I know that you can do better than that, and I really don't think that you should have stolen that, and I think you owe some people an apology," she's more willing to listen to that because she knows you and she doesn't want to disappoint you. So you, as a stranger, walking up to somebody and passing judgment is not doing any good for you at all, or the other person. You might just get punched in the eye. If it were me, I'd just poke you right in the eye. Like, who are you talking to like that? No, ma'am. You know, that's what we have to understand, is that everyone is so different. You don't know their story. Get to know their story before you pass judgment on anybody. And you know what? If they're doing something that you think is wrong, get to know them, then talk about it later, you know? And don't talk about it. Just love them for who they are. You know, it drives me crazy that people think that they have the right to just run someone else's life. You know, I don't know. It does. It drives me crazy. You know, I'm all for standing up for, like, the kids that have been abused, or, you know, my God, I'm raising 3 children that are not mine. So, I mean, I'm all for, like, rights and stuff like that. And I will speak up if somebody has been, you know, just like the guy that raped and killed the 8-year-old girl. Absolutely, that is wrong, and I'm sorry. I'm going to pass judgment. I know I'm kind of like contradicting myself, but that is a situation I feel like personally I can't forgive. I just can't forgive that. It was an 8-year-old girl. You befriended her mom to trick her into letting you take her, rape her, and kill her. All in within hours of each other. You met her, befriended her, took her daughter, raped her, killed her, and then tried to try to say you were insane, okay? But you're a wolf in sheep's clothing. That is crazy to me. And it's crazy to me, the mother that allowed it to happen. But you know, again, you don't know her situation. You don't know what she'd been going through. Would that have been me? No, ma'am. I would not have let my child go with some strange man. Maybe he tricked her so much she thought she was comfortable with him. And that's sad that this stuff happens. It's sad that it happens. But ultimately, I feel like I'm chasing the rabbit here. But back to depression. You guys, I encourage you guys to... There's a post that I shared on my Facebook wall. It's a video that I watched this morning about prevention. And I shared this on my Twitter also. But I encourage you guys to watch it. It was, it's about prevention and about the signs to look for, what you can do to make a difference. There's a suicide hotline listed in the video as well. And so I highly recommend you guys watch that. Just go to my profile, click on the video, and watch it, because it can make the difference in somebody's life. It really can. Life is very hard. You guys just have to remember that it will all pass. And listen, you can say that. Yes, exactly. Take it one day at a time. You can say that to somebody. It's going to pass. This will all pass. In that moment, they're not hearing it. They really aren't. So you have to be there. You have to be there. Hey, Kathy, you have to be there for them in their time of need. And they'll thank you in the end, because when they look back, they're going to realize that that's not really what they wanted. It's just what they wanted in the moment, because they feel like it's going to fix everything. And it's not going to fix everything. You know, that guy that you wanted to date that didn't like you, which caused you to want to commit suicide, he's not going to want... You're never going to date him if you commit suicide. I mean, it's not going to happen, you know? Life is not over because one person... Listen, you can't... I've said this before. You cannot depend solely on other people to make you happy. You cannot depend on other people to make you happy. They're going to let you down. Your mom, dad, they will let you down. Your pastors will let you down. Your brothers and sisters, your spouses will let you down. I'm going to let you down. It's just the truth of the matter. Nobody is perfect. You know, we're all human. We're going to let you down. There's two people you can depend on for your happiness, and that is yourself and God. Two people. That is it. That is it. And you know what? Sometimes we just need that strength, and that's where you pray and you ask for it. Excuse me. I cannot tell you how... I have been so exhausted lately. I have been so exhausted lately with, you know, running my business that's full-time. Trying to run these two smaller businesses through Magnabilities and Because Cosmetics, and doing this whole social media thing. Exactly right, Elizabeth. Yes. And I've been so tired, and I literally prayed one time. I mean, I was like, listen, I need your strength, God, just to get through this day. Because I woke up, the alarm went off, and I totally just wanted to crawl back in bed and be like, you know what? I'm not going to do a live today. I'm not going to put makeup on today. I'm not going to do this today. And then, you know, I get negative stuff all the time. You know, I get asked questions all the time that is just negative, and it's you know, and to me, I have to look at it as you're going to get the good with the bad. And when you start to do something good in your life, the devil's going to come in, and he's going to try to take that away. So me trying to reach the audience that I am, like on different platforms and such, and me trying to get my channel monetized, because I know that once I get monetized, that means my channel is growing, and that means that I can reach more people. To me, that means more than getting monetized, really. But I know that once my channel reaches a certain place that it's grown enough, I will reach a bigger audience. And that's my biggest goal. Honestly, when you get monetized, you don't get paid. You get paid pennies. Literally pennies a month. Literally pennies a month. I'm not going to be banking on that. I'm not. If I ever do, it may be years down the road. Years. Decades. Who even knows? Ultimately, the bottom line is, the Satan will step in and he will use other people to do that, to kind of take the direction you're going in away from you. You know what I'm saying? Try to discourage you. So, hey girl. So, you know, that's the way I look at it is. So I really had to pray about, you know, some stuff that's been going on, and really think about that, because I easily could slipped into depression thinking about all this. Like, what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? But I know where my direction is, and I know what I want to do. I want to reach people. And if that means I have to give up some things, that means I'm going to have to give it up if people just don't understand, you know. And I'm not in that situation where I have to explain myself. But I know that there's so many people that just don't have Facebook. They don't have it. They're not allowed to have it. Maybe their spouses don't agree with Facebook, and it causes a lot of problems. There are pastors that will tell you Facebook is from the pit of hell. I've heard Peter Mon say that. Like, it's, you know, it's funny because we all love Facebook so much. But even though we all do, there are other platforms that I can use to get the message out there. And I can use makeup to do it, because people will watch a makeup video. They will watch a makeup video more than they will just any old topic that you will sit there and talk about, because they want to watch the makeup and learn. But you get conversation in while you're doing it, and you get to reach so many people. Like, I love to pray for people. I love to pray with people. I love to get you guys to pray with me and for each other. And that to me is more important than worrying about the little things. You know what I'm saying? It's so minor compared to what we can do with the platforms that we are given. And I really feel like we can reach people with this video today simply by sharing the video. And it doesn't matter what platform it was created on. It can be shared into anyone. You know what I'm saying? And there are people that need to hear this message. They do. There are people out there right now on both ends of the spectrum. Both ends, there are people that need to hear this message because they're thinking about doing suicide, or they are the parent or the loved one of somebody that has committed suicide or attempted to commit suicide. And like, you all need to hear that you are not alone. Even as somebody that has a loved one, like, you're not alone. There are people out there that are going through what you went through. There are people out there. So, and here's the thing is that everyone, just about everyone, has access to YouTube. You literally can click Google suicide prevention and watch a YouTube video. But if you don't have a Facebook account, you cannot view anything on Facebook. I don't know if you guys realize that. Yes?
Are we celebrating Matthew's birthday at church, or are we celebrating...
Don't worry your little heart about that. What you worried about that for? So, and YouTube is a way bigger platform than Facebook, because it's been around longer, for one, and two, you literally can share a YouTube video anywhere. Anywhere. You don't have to be friends with anybody. None of that. And, you know, there are children that can watch YouTube videos that aren't old enough to have a Facebook account. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason. Because I can do the same thing on YouTube that I can do on Facebook. The same exact thing. Hi. So I was listening to some of these stories on again, YouTube, because that's where you can find them. That's where you can find a lot of stuff. You can find anything on YouTube. So I was listening to the stories of people that have been through their family members, you know, committing suicide. And one thing that really stood out to me is that one thing you notice is these people are usually doing it, like, I would say 99% of the time it's when they're alone. And I think you guys can agree with me when I say that. It's usually when they're alone. It's very rare that somebody will do it while someone's watching. So That is something key. So if you know that you have a loved one or you are someone that is committing or thinking about committing suicide, you really, 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 really need to make sure that they're not alone or you're not alone. And another thing I noticed was a lot of times they're sleep deprived. They are sleep deprived. That is a huge factor. Their withdrawal and sleep deprived. So, being sleep deprived is enough to drive anybody crazy, to make anyone upset, to make anyone, you know, edgy and irritable. So, you gotta do everything you can to, like, keep that person from being alone or keep yourself from being alone and help them get some rest. You know, talk to them about what's going on and let them know that whatever it is that they're going to be doing can wait. You know, if they feel like, oh, I have to do this or I have to do that, let them know that that stuff can wait. It will be there. Listen, that load of laundry will be there when you get up in the morning. You know, those dishes in the sink, they'll be there when you get up. Listen, unless you got magic elves running around, those dishes will be there. I'll tell you what, I could use some magic elves right about now. Are really good. You know, those dishes will be there when you get up. Don't worry, you know. There are so many more things in life to worry about than the little things that are eating at you. And I know a lot of times it's because it just piles up. And I understand that. It really does. It piles up. There's so much more to life than all these things that... Good morning. Yes, yes. You know... So what if people think you have a messy house? So what if they, you know, if they think that your clothes aren't the coolest, you know? So what? So what? You know, a lot of times people will point that out to feel better about themselves. I'm gonna tell you, I know people that do that. You know what I'm saying? They do that. They do it to point out the fact. They point that out to draw attention from what is bothering them about themselves. And you know, so if you're one of those people, come on, man. And that's like, you know, I clean houses. I have my own cleaning business. And I get people all the time that tell me, oh my gosh, my house is such a mess. Please don't look at this or ignore that. I'm like, listen, I really don't care that your house is a mess. It doesn't bother me one bit. And honestly, a lot of times they're not even messy. Take it one day at a time. Yes. Yes. Do what you can. Do what you can. If you can do it, do it. If you can't, you can't. And a lot of people have a hard time letting go of when they can't do something. You know, do what you can and just the rest of it, who cares, you know? And a lot of times the stuff that bothers you, it only bothers you. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even bother anyone else. And you don't even know that. You know? Exactly. I'm like, why are you cleaning up before I come to clean? That makes no sense to me. That's funny. This brow gel, y'all, is no joke. Like, I really, really, really like this stuff. It is waterproof, smudge proof. I can sweat. These brows ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. They will be here until I take them off. Which is awesome because we all know how hot it is in Florida. So if you guys have any prayer requests, let me know, because I am taking prayer requests, and after I'm done with brows, we'll be saying a prayer. Kathy, it's by Eben, New York, 24-hour eyebrow color gel. It was like $5.99. It's smudge proof and waterproof, and I got it from Beauty Depot. Okay, girl. You're good. But if you guys are watching this video, if you guys would do me a huge favor and wear teal, purple, yellow, wear one of those colors or all of those colors today, just to support. Okay. Just to support the whole suicide awareness and prevention movement. And don't forget that September is the month for suicide prevention and awareness. And make it your business. If you guys know someone that is going through depression or is thinking about or has attempted suicide, make it your business to reach out to them and let them know how much you love them. Just as simple telling them I love them can make a difference. Hi, Alinta. How are you? Alright, one brow done. Where's my papers? I need to write this down. Here it is. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Hi, guys. If you guys are new, welcome. Probably all new because this is just my third video. Look, I have an eyebrow here and no eyebrow over there. Do you see why I put them on now? Okay. No eyebrows. Yeah, we talked about that a lot, Alinta, about how you don't even know they're depressed. You have no clue. People don't talk about it. You know, they don't want you to know. There's such a stigma because they don't want... It's like they want people to care, but they don't want you to know they want you to care. Like, it's... And it's not that you don't care. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I did not know that. That is so crazy. You know, when I was a kid, I wrote in a coloring book that I wanted to die. Like in the pages of a coloring book. I didn't have anything else to write in. And I knew if I wrote it there, nobody would see it. Well, my room was a mess and the coloring book was open on the floor. My mom found it. And asked me about it. Asked me why I wrote it. I didn't have an answer. And sometimes people don't. They don't have an answer. Why did they feel that way? I mean, it can be a number of things. But like one, you can't narrow it down to one reason. You just feel like the weight of the world is on you. You feel like nothing you can do is good enough. But what you don't realize is that it is good enough. You put that pressure on yourself. That is all on yourself. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't realize that. It's you have a higher standard for yourself when you feel that way than what other people do for you. And if someone has a huge high standard on you, a lot of times that's an issue with the other person and not you. And you have to know the difference. You really do. You have to know the difference in when people are using you and when someone genuinely loves you. Because if someone genuinely loves you, they will love you and not expect anything from you. What you do give them or what you do for them or the time you spend with them is all appreciated and not taken for granted. And I know a lot of times we all take people for granted. I do take people for granted all the time. And not that I mean to. You always have that thought that I'll call them tomorrow. Well, whatever, tomorrow. It's always tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. Never realizing that that person could be contemplating suicide and there may not be a tomorrow for them. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow is not guaranteed to anybody. Maybe they're not contemplating suicide. Maybe they had a massive heart attack while they were sleeping. And you know what I'm saying? You wake up. You get a phone call. And you know what? That phone call you could have made tomorrow, you should have made that day. You'll live with that forever. That's why a lot of times if I call or face chat somebody or FaceTime somebody or whatever, if I think about it in that moment, I'll do it in that moment. And I know it drives some people nuts because they're like, why is this girl calling me all of a sudden? And that's the thing is Andrea, they don't, especially when they're kids, it's harder to deal with them when they're kids because, kids know everything. And they forget that you were a kid. And so they think you don't understand, but you do. You know what I'm saying? The best thing to do is to get them out of the house because sometimes those four walls seem so much smaller than what they are. So that's the thing is you need to get him out of the house. That's going to help a lot. And you need to get him around people that's going to interact with him. Because that's a huge sign for suicide is that people will get withdrawn. They don't want to interact with people. And that's a huge thing. You need to get them interacting with people again. Yeah, exactly. And just telling them that you've been through it yourself is a huge thing. It's a huge relief to know that you're not alone. You know what I mean? It's a huge, huge relief to know that you're not alone. Oh, you know what? I can probably say a lot of people have, even if they weren't completely serious, like contemplating how they were going to do it, a lot of people have thought, this world would be so much better without me. I'm almost positive there have been people, even if it wasn't to the extent of, I want to commit suicide. Oh, Alita. Yeah. I'm going to take a second if you guys wouldn't mind. I'm going to pray. If I know there's some people that didn't ask for prayer, but I'm going to do it anyway. So if you guys wouldn't mind just bowing your heads and listening along. And if you don't believe in God, pray anyway because He hears us. And the more that He hears us, the stronger the voice is. And, and I say that, but don't take me the wrong way because a single voice is all it takes. But it sounds like a choir. You know what I'm saying? When a whole bunch of people are praying at one time, it's just beautiful. So we're going to pray, and I want you guys just to listen, or you can pray along in your own words. And you do need to be honest. That's important. You don't have to say it right out. You can say it in little ways to hint around, but yes, I agree with Andrea. So anyway, we're going to pray, and you guys just bow your head, close your eyes, and just listen, please. Lord, we come to you this morning with a heavy heart because we know that there are people out there right now that are suffering. They're suffering, Lord. I know we wonder sometimes that if they're suffering, why? Why would you allow that to happen, Lord? There's so many answers for that, and I know it's not our place to understand your will, Lord, but that you do have a will for everyone. There's a reason for everything. Sometimes it's just Satan up to his old tricks, Lord. We know that. But sometimes there's a purpose behind our suffering. Sometimes it's a life lesson that we get out of it. Sometimes it's to help other people, Lord. I pray that you just reveal whatever that will is to the people that may be suffering from depression or contemplating suicide or maybe have tried to take their own life, Lord, that you would just show them that they're loved, they're wanted, and that you placed them on this earth, and that's your will for them. That's your will for them. We pray that you just show them whatever their path may be, that they can help others in the situation that they're in. That they have so much more to look forward to, Lord. Pray for the families of these people that are suffering. Because whether those people realize it or not, the family suffers as well. And even after the deed is done, they still continue to suffer. And it's a life-changing experience. We just pray that you open the eyes to everybody around us to show that we can love one another for who they are, for what they do, and that if they ever needed somebody, I pray that other people make themselves available just to listen, if that's all it takes, or a hug, or a visit. Lord, because that can make the difference on whether somebody commits suicide or doesn't. Right now, I specifically want to pray for these people as they're battling things in their life. We have Elizabeth, we have Dana, Andrea, and Alenta, all struggling with things right now, Lord. You know what those things are. We just pray that you see them through all this, and you give them your strength to lean on at this moment. We pray that you just let them know that you are there through everything, and you are in control. And I know these are all strong women, but let them know that you are in control, and that they don't have to be the one to control everything, because you have it under control. They're going to get there one way or another. They could do it the hard way or the easy way. And Lord, I know that you have our best interest at heart. So we ask you all these things in your Son's name, Jesus. Amen. So I'm going to ask that you guys continue to pray for people that are... I did not do a Facebook Live today. Yeah. Yeah, so they're going to try different methods. And you definitely need to keep your eye on him, because it sounds like he's pretty determined. Is he in counseling? He definitely needs to be in counseling then, girl. He needs it. He also needs to be involved in something with other kids his age. You're welcome. He needs to still be in counseling. If he's still struggling, he needs to be in counseling, and maybe even be a mentor for someone else. Because, listen, I'm going to tell you something that I learned when I was a kid. No, you're his mother, and you know there's something wrong. When I was a kid, they would tell me, when you're done with your schoolwork, you can help other kids with your stuff. I don't know if they do that anymore, but I know that the best way that I learn is to teach someone else. And I know that sounds weird. Right, and you know what? People that suffer from depression are so good at that. They are so good at that. They put on a happy face. You never know that anything's wrong, ever. You have no clue that there's anything wrong, because they're so good at hiding it. And you know, it's not until the day that they actually attempt to take their own life or go through with it that people look back and go, oh, I should have taken them seriously. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. Yeah. You need to go through another counselor. I feel. He needs a different counselor, because that one's not listening. Not listening. We need someone that's going to take him seriously. He needs to be involved. You need to get him out of the house. Because like I said, if he is staying, does he stay in the house a lot? And I think that's why a lot of this generation, depression can be so easy, because when you're stuck in the house all the time, you can't. Huh. How old is he now? Hi, Sullivan. So someone said something to me the other day. Someone said something to me, a friend of mine at church. She said that a lot of people are suffering from depression because of the generation that we're in. That a lot of our, and it's not true for everyone, because there are families out there that are still together and they raise their kids together, like ours, but all kind of ours, because we're raising 3 kids that aren't ours. But the generation that I grew up in, there are so many people that are single parent families, and a lot of times those kids are reaching out for attention because they didn't have the fullness. And it's not, I wouldn't say that it's one person's fault or another. I'm not pointing fingers or anything like that, because I don't agree with that at all. But I think we don't realize sometimes the effect that it has on our on the kids. And it really takes a toll when you're a single parent. It's difficult for us to deal with as parents, just to be a parent, but to do it all on your own is really hard. But then the kids, the poor kids, they know that they're missing something. They know that they're missing something. And they look for that in relationships in the future, when they're old enough to date. And they know that they're missing something. So when they don't find it, they sometimes can get depressed. But you know what they need to do is turn to God, because you can totally be complete simply by being in the Word. You learn stuff reading your Bible. You learn stuff doing Bible studies. I love Bible studies. You learn how to implement scripture in your everyday life, which is really cool. So I don't know if he goes to church, girl, but even getting him into like a youth group may help, because he can be around other kids. If he has a chance to go to youth camp, I would totally send him if I were you. Youth camp has really made a difference for my teams, and they loved it. Okay. Talk to his pastor. Do they know? I would definitely talk to his pastor. And a lot of times they can help counsel as well. They can mentor. Just having that extra, it takes a village, girl. It really does. It takes a village. And especially if you're a single parent, you really need the help. And then him being a young man is difficult. They call him, they need to visit him, not just call. I'm sorry to say that, but they do. They need to come out to the house, or him get involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, do after school activities or church activities and stuff. Like, he needs to get in there. Alright, so I am going to be using some new stuff I got. Oh, I didn't even use this. What's the bronzer I was supposed to use? Alright, so did you guys know that they sold Purr at Burlington? Oh my gosh. They totally do. So I got this trio highlighter, and then there's a bronzer. It says Sculpt, so I guess you could, it looks like bronzer to me, but I think it's meant to be a contour. Oh, I see you're in a smaller church. Okay. They still could come out and visit him, and just tell them to pick him up and take him out for the day. Like, take him to get some lunch, and you know, like Big Brother, Big Sister, like the, you know, Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Like, he can totally get involved in that. Maybe you should look into getting him a Big Brother, Big Sister, and see how if that works for him. Alright, so I did get this. This is so pretty. This is a NYX Halographic eye tint, but look how pretty this is. So, oh, hold on. I didn't get any on there. Alright. Hey. So this is, oh, he did? Does he still have it? This is so pretty. I got this in 3 colors. Look how pretty. But I'm going to take that and I'm going to put glitter on top of that. Oh, that sucks. That sucks so bad. But you know what? He can still keep contact with him. He can still keep contact even though he's not around. So, I'm going to be using this today, which is the BB Perfect Sunset Face Eye Sculpting Palette. And I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette today. He does keep contact? Okay, that's good. Alright. Yeah, that oftentimes happens. Layla had a big sister, and she is still in Jacksonville, but she's she's a little farther away. So she lives out by the beach, but we're closer inland. And she still keeps contact from time to time, but they got really close. And it's good to have that other adult figure in their life that can help mentor them. And I love it. And then Tasha had one, but she ended up moving out of town. Oh, that's so far away. Oh my gosh. Alright, so I'm using the color called Seashell right now. Hi guys, how are you? So this looks like it has some shimmer to it. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was a matte. So if you're watching right now and you're not able to chat, it may be because you're not logged in over on... I'm running a double live stream, so if you guys hear me talking to people, it's because I'm on Facebook Live and YouNow... Not Facebook, but YouTube Live and YouNow Live. So, but yeah, if you're not able to chat on YouTube, make sure that you are logged in. So you want to look at the top of your screen. Make sure that your picture or your name is up there, and if it's not, you need to log in through Google. And then you can chat with us. You can chat with us. Wow. What did I just do with... Oh, here it is. Alright, so... I'm going to probably... Yeah, I'm going to do purple. Alright, I'm actually going to use this lighter purple first at the top. Probably should just use this as a transition. So what are you guys' plans for today? Anything cool going on? I'm definitely going to have to leave and take my kids to school and come back. Because I talked so much. I am not going to be done in time. Y'all know, me and this purple, Dana set me up, man. She sent me a picture of that ribbon. I'm just joking. Dana should never show me that ribbon. Hi, how are you? Well, at least I don't have to go to work today. I'm going, I have a dentist appointment. And, my mom's gonna go with me. I have to go pick her up, because her car needs to get looked at. So I gotta go pick her up from the shop, and she's gonna go with me to my dentist appointment and watch Sophia while I do that. I have, Sarah. Are you all good? What's going on? No, ma'am. No Facebook today. I think I'm gonna take a break from Facebook for a little while. Like, I'll still post my pictures and links and stuff, but... For your son, is it an unspoken prayer request, or do you want me to... Or is it something specific? Okay, it's unspoken. I'll write it down, so whenever I do my prayers later. If you ever need somebody to talk to, I'm here for you, girl. What's your son's name? You're welcome. Jesse. Okay. Alright. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with a darker purple. Here it goes. Breakfast tomorrow. Let me see what house I've got to do, and I'll let you know. It's actually purple, teal, and yellow for the suicide prevention and awareness ribbon. I have a dentist appointment today. Yay. So much fun. Today, I'll have my mom and Sophia with me. So I gotta go take my mom to, I have to go pick her up before my appointment. She's gonna go with me to my appointment, keep on it on Sophia, then I gotta take her back so she can go get her car. I have no idea what time I'll be done. Aww, poor thing. Hey guys, I'm running a double live stream in case you guys want to know. I'm also on YouTube Live. So if you guys hear me talking to people that you don't see, that's why. Promise I'm not crazy. I am. I'm just not that crazy. So if you guys are not familiar with my purple story, I totally urge you guys to go over to Facebook, which is where most of my lives are at, and check out the videos there, and you will hear commentary on I'm on You Now. You will hear commentary or read commentary on why I'm not allowed to wear purple. It is outrageous. They always pick on me when they see me putting purple on. I love this purple. It is turning out so pretty. It is very pigmented. You know, I haven't really used the purple in this palette a lot. Try to kind of stay away from the purple, if y'all know what I mean. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know why, but try to stay away from the purple. But it is very pretty. I feel like I need to blend that a little bit more. Can you guys see okay? Do I need to like zoom in? How do you zoom in on here? Can you zoom in? I guess you cannot zoom in. Boo! Boo. Hi, new person watching. Did you? That's cool. Alright, I'm going to take... Alright. Alright, let me see if this color is matte or shimmer. Alright, that's matte. So I'm going to use, there's a color called Scallop in this BB palette. The Sunset palette. I don't know why they call it Sunset. It's like all neutral colors. Alright, I'll do that to the other side. I love these BB eyeshadows. Like, almost everything I've gotten from BB has been amazing. I really don't think I can complain about anything I've gotten from them. And their prices are pretty good, too. Okay. Alright, let me go back in and blend a little bit with that purple because I feel like I lost a little bit. Just blend it up. I don't really want to add more. Just blend it up. Okay. What time is it? Oh, I gotta leave in just a little bit to go take the girls to school, but I'll leave the live stream going and I'll just come back and finish it. So I don't have to start a new one. Yeah. Alright, so I do want to use this holographic halo eye tint from NYX. This is new. First time using this, so bear with me as I figure it out. Should be all like the same, right? Alright, so let's see. It is so pretty. This is so, I love this. It's so pretty. I love it. I don't know if you can see it like I can. The live stream over on YouNow is nowhere near as good as YouTube. Just that camera over there sucks in the position. You can't even zoom in. That kind of sucks. Sorry, guys. But this is so pretty. Yeah, it definitely is. And it could be just the camera and where I have it positioned. See, if I put this camera any closer, it's going to be blocked by the other camera, so I have to keep them spaced a little bit. Alenta, I didn't know you were on YouNow. You go, girl. I like that it's a family-friendly place, too. It's weird over here. I know. I'm sorry. This is, I don't know if the video is doing it justice, but I don't know if you can, you definitely can't see it on this stream, but I mean, it is gorgeous. Look, alright, that's not blended out, but do you see how pretty this liquid eyeshadow is? Can you guys see that? See how the light just hits it? It's gorgeous. So I bought it in 3 different colors. I really, really liked it. They had like 5 or 6. But yeah, it's really pretty. So I'm going to take a glitter primer. I'm going to do the glitter last. But I'm going to put a glitter primer, and I have this beautiful yellow glitter that I got. It's LA Splash. But look at how pretty. It is hard to find a pretty yellow glitter. And this one is gorgeous. So I'm going to be using that. But I always do glitter last because it's hard to do eyeliner over glitter. So that will go last, and I will definitely be doing that after I get back from picking up the kids. So I'll be leaving this live stream up. Sorry if you guys don't want to watch my sleeping baby back there, but I'll leave it up so I don't have to start a whole new video for everything. And then when I get back, I'll finish. But alright, so the colors for suicide prevention and awareness are purple, yellow, and teal. Which is why I know you're like, why are you wearing teal accessories? I don't own a lot of purple stuff, but I do have teal. Good morning, guys. So where's everybody from? Everybody that's watching, tell me where you're from. KSA, what is that? Or where is that? Oh my gosh, this is drying down and it's so pretty. It almost has like a pink shift to it. It's like gold, like yellow, like a yellow, but with the pink. Oh my gosh, it is looking so pretty. I wish you guys could see this in person. I'll definitely have to make sure I take a picture. But you know, it's sad is I'm going to be putting the glitter on top of it. Maybe I'll only put the glitter on part of it. Maybe on like the inner corner. Because that eyeshadow is so pretty. Cocoa Beach. Okay. No, it looks like a hot mess, but give me a minute. Let's blend this out, smudge it. No glitter or purple, but it was for a good cause. You looked so good yesterday, too. I loved your makeup yesterday. Which you always do good, but I was really digging it. I hope more people do the challenge. I hope more people do the red ribbon challenge, because I cannot tell you how many people said that they did not know that story. They did not know that there were so many missing and murdered Indigenous women. Hi, how are you? Good morning. And they did not know that the whole situation with the water protectors and stuff. Like, they had no idea. And then I had so many people stop me because of my makeup yesterday. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. Where are you from? And just so you know, I'm running a double live stream, so if you hear me talking to people but you don't see the chat, it's because I'm doing YouTube Live also. Yeah, everybody asked, so do you have talent? I don't know, I guess. I think everyone has some kind of a talent. I think I'm just to deepen this, I'm going to use navy blue instead of using like black or brown, because I'm going to deepen right under the lashes, right in here. If you want, you can. I do have Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and Snapchat. I have all kinds of stuff. You can. My name is the same on all those platforms if you want to go check me out. So for sure, you can be the judge if you think I have talent or not. I don't really like to sit back and go, I'm so talented. Like, I think it just sounds really cocky. Like, that's just not me. But the colors that I'm doing today is the colors in the suicide prevention and awareness ribbon. They're purple, blue, and teal. So that's why I'm doing these colors today. Thank you, Heather. You're so sweet. Yeah, I do need to take the girls to school. Listen, it only takes me no more than 10 minutes. And I promise I'll be right back. Sorry, I'm going to leave the live stream up so I don't have to start a new one. But I'll be right back. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. Just don't talk about me. I'll be back. You guys ready? Go ahead and get in the car. Oh my goodness. This season laundry put away last night? What you doing? You're gonna fall off the bed. Oh, sleepyhead. Come on, let me fold you over. Lay over here. I'm back. Sorry, guys. Oh, woo. This looks like a hot mess when it's not done, don't it? Oh, like an alien. What? You are so needy. Say good morning. You're not a duck. Stop quacking. Stop. No more. No quacking. Look. He's like, he thinks I left him. He has separation anxiety when I leave. Like I don't know why. Like he thinks like I cheat on him with other dogs because he will sniff me up and down. Like, where have you been? I'm like, I ain't been touching no other dogs. So jealous. So jealous. I know. Okay. Stop that. Stop it. No, stop. Stop. You're not a duck. I don't know why he does that. Like, clears his throat. If you guys know why the dogs do that, let me know. Because I have no clue. Like, my mom's dog does it too. So it's really weird. Oh, let me go ahead and set my face. Good morning. How are you? This is the best eyeliner ever. Alright, and this is a really good eyeliner too. Where's my sharpener? I bet it's in my makeup bag. Where's my purse? Where's my purse? Hold on. Let me grab my purse because I need to sharpen this bad boy. Okay. I got it. Ah, here it is. Here it is. Eureka! Like, you know, it floors me that, you know, all the things that when we were kids, the things we used to say or do, like, these kids these days, like, they have no idea. Like, what does Eureka mean? I'm like, oh my gosh, you don't know what Eureka means. Do you remember the TV show? There was a TV show called Eureka, I think, wasn't there? I'm so old, I forgot. But I think there was. This pencil is like the perfect inner corner highlight for like it like gives you really good control. It's so sparkly and pretty. Oh my gosh, I love it. No, my boys are here. I was wondering if people thought that. Yeah, no, my boys are home. I have a 14-year-old and and a 12-year-old who will be 13. And on today, actually, is his birthday. I was waiting for somebody to ask me that. Do you leave your kid by themselves? Actually, I talked about that yesterday in my video. Like, I bet somebody thinks that people think I leave her here by herself. I would never do that. I actually just talked about that yesterday in my video. It was so funny. What is this? Yeah, that's hilarious. We were talking about that because just the other day when because I listened to the news, I didn't turn it on this morning, but I listened to the news, and on the news, I was doing my live, there was a lady that literally left her child, I think, so 2, 3 years old, Sophia's age, alone, and like went to the store, and then she ended up getting arrested for something. I think she was driving on a suspended, I don't know, something weird. She ended up getting arrested, and then the kid was there by the, what the heck were you thinking? Oh my goodness, seriously? Wow. What is wrong with people? Yeah, I have 2 kids in high school, 2 in middle, 2 in elementary, and then I have Sophia. So I have 2 that go to school. They had to be there by 7 a.m. 2 that's got to be there no later than 8:30. And then the 2 middle schoolers, they usually leave here right at 9 o'clock to catch the bus. like, no, I didn't leave her home alone. You guys are watching. Aren't you guys watching her for me? My virtual babysitters. That's so funny. I used to have to, when we first got custody of the girls, and I had to quit my job and stay home because it was just way too much money to pay for daycare for so many kids. We lost our vehicle because we couldn't afford to pay the $500-something a month for our SUV and $300 in insurance or whatever ridiculous amount it was. So we ended up having to give it back, and we had to save up to get another one, which was difficult to do with 6 kids and on 1 income. But we took what we had saved with our income tax and got another vehicle. But until we got that other vehicle, I was literally walking 6 kids to school every day. 5 of them were in elementary. Sophia wasn't born yet. And Lily was little. So I put her in the stroller. And we'd all just go on up to the school twice a day. I'd have to walk them to school and then walk there to pick them up. Every day. It takes about 30 minutes if you walk. If you're slow. If you're fast, 20 max. Even in the rain. I remember taking that baby. Lily was a baby. I remember taking a plastic shower curtain and draping it over the top of her stroller so we wouldn't get wet to go pick the kids up. The kids loved it because they loved walking home in the rain. Were you guys here the one time the lady asked me, I was drinking, what was I drinking? Oh my gosh, I don't know, I was drinking something, and she literally thought I was giving my kid a Monster. Those, those Monster, I don't even drink those, but she's like, "What are you drinking? Are you like?" Because Sophia loves coffee, and she was drinking it too. And she was like, "Are you giving your kid energy drinks? Like, are you nuts? No." Yeah, at first she was all like, "That's not good for them." I'm like, "Listen, chill out. I would never, I'm not that dumb." She's got enough energy on her own. I feel like I shaped my eyes differently. Hi, how are you? I feel like I need to go a little bit longer on this side. See, I feel like this eye is more shaped up. I'm gonna try to fix this just a little bit. Watch me mess it all up. So what did you guys get your moms, if your mom's still around, what did you get them for Mother's Day? Do you still have to get them something for Mother's Day? I'm doing good, doing good. Aw. Like, what is the worst Mother's Day gift you ever got? Aw. Yeah, what is the worst Mother's Day gift that you ever got? Is there a such thing as a bad Mother's Day gift? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to use this Per Glow palette. It's so cute. It's little. We're going to try it out. Okay. I think I might layer a couple and see how they work. You rarely get anything. That is the worst, isn't it? To get nothing at all. Like, thanks. I feel like the worst mother ever. Aww. Like, here's a load of laundry, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? Aww. What is the best thing you ever got for Mother's Day? This is so pretty. This is a Per palette. I think I paid $6 and I got both these little palettes. And there's 6 shades total. I didn't know they sold Per in Burlington. Like, this is the first thing I've ever seen in Burlington that's Per. Oh, you got a really nice watch. Oh. And Tim got that for you? Oh, yeah. I know sleeping is the best. That's Mother's favorite. Aw. Okay. I'm going to try to layer this lighter shade on top just a little bit. Girl, glowing. Alright? Just a little bit. Aww. Sorry guys, it like went out and came back on. It's been acting weird on me. Okay. So if you guys haven't figured it out, I'm running a double live stream. So I have YouTube live, and then I have you now. So that is why you're hearing me have conversations with people that are not there. Promise I'm not crazy. I promise. I am. I'm just not that crazy. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I need to put a little bit of that on my eyebrow bone. My brow bone. Where's my little bendy brush? There we go. Oh, this is so pretty. So my video yesterday that I did on YouTube Live for the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women look that I did, how about somebody thumbs down my video, but they don't tell why they didn't like the video. I wish when people do thumbs down your video that they tell you why. Like, what did you not like about it? Do you just not like me? Like, don't hate watch people, man. If you don't like their videos, don't watch them. I hate when people do that and then they complain. They won't complain to you, but they'll complain to other people. Or they just thumbs down your video and don't tell you why. It's like, tell me what I can do to improve the video. Did I say something that was untrue? If I did, I said, correct me. I might do a nude eye today. A nude lip. Sorry, nude eye. Yeah, right. This is nude for me, you guys. This is the Voluminous Butterfly Sculpt Waterproof Hydrofuge. What brand, though? Hold on. Oh, here we go. L'Oreal. It looks like this. It is different, for sure. I feel like I can be a little more precise with this brush too, because I know exactly where the bristles are. And I'm not like guessing where they are and if I'm touching my face. There's not bristles on every side. So, and you can see exactly where the product is, right in the center. So you know where to use it at. So this is one coat, so you can see the difference. And these lashes, and then these, that's just one coat. YouNow's another app. Hi, how are you? YouNow is another like app similar to YouTube, but they only do live videos. Only live videos there. Too lonely for. If you hear me talking to people that's not there, it's because I'm running a live stream over on YouTube, so people are chatting there. I probably will be just for a little bit to gain some more following so I can get my messages out to people and to grow my YouTube channel also, because you know, I've been doing Facebook for so long. I think people are starting to expect stuff from me now, which really isn't fair. It's almost like they're telling me what I can and can't say in my videos. I'm like, You can't win for losing. You can't make everybody happy, you know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody doesn't like what I say in my videos, just don't watch them. It's that simple. It's so easy. And my message is too important. And, like, I like to teach people stuff. So, like, my messages, I think, are too important to, like, not be able to share my videos. And I feel like that it's getting to the point where people don't want me to share them anymore. Because I have to say or do certain things. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You can't satisfy everybody, I guess. And I guess that's what people don't understand is that, I mean, I started my YouTube channel a while back. I just haven't done much with it because I've been busy doing other stuff, and I really want to get back to that because I had it monetized at one point, and then YouTube changed their policy on me. Like, nice. I reached my goal so I can get it monetized again, and then they changed it again. But it wasn't my fault. It wasn't anything I did. It was like other creators that were doing stupid stuff and getting paid for it. So it's like the little guys, we all got stepped on. So I really need to, like, pour back into that so I can get the channel back to where it needs to be. And then after that happens, I'll go back and start doing my regular stuff, like on Facebook and stuff. But I really, really, really need to focus on getting my subscribe. See, my watch hours have been growing amazingly since I've been doing my lives on YouTube, but my subscriber count is not growing like I need it to. It's growing because I tell people, hey, I need you to subscribe. But if I didn't say that, people wouldn't know that they needed to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? So, and the thing is, I have so many people jumping in on different platforms. Like, somebody will be watching here, so when somebody new jumps on, I tell them, hey, don't forget to go to YouTube and subscribe. But I guess people are upset because I keep saying go to my YouTube and subscribe, but I'm very open and honest, and I tell them, like, the whole purpose is so I can get monetized. But it's not just so I can get monetized, because once I get monetized, they will start spreading my videos more, because the people that are running ads or doing whatever, they will want to expose your video more, so I will reach more people that way. But I mean, all people hear is the word monetize, and they just think that, oh, Lois is trying to make money. Listen, those pennies that I might get, literally pennies, in a whole month, is not going to make me rich. So I am not that cool. I am not that big. That's not the point. I really, really, really just need to get to the point to where they'll share my videos for me. And the only way that's going to happen is if I'm monetized. But that's not what people see or hear. You know what I'm saying? And I really don't appreciate that people talk about me behind my back. That's not cool either. Like, I'm really honest. So you know, the whole point, like I said, is to get monetized. But like I said, I'm not planning to get rich off of Facebook by any means. You know what I mean? By any means. I think I'm at almost 300 subscribers. But I need to get to 1,000. And here's the thing. If I don't... I have 12 months. There's a 12-month span. And after 12 months, you have to start over. Like, your month before, the stuff that you did, your watch hours and everything, all gets deleted, basically. And so you have to regain those watch hours over. So it's almost like I really, really, really have to push for the watch hours, but I also need the subscribers to meet that 12-month period to be able to get monetized. If I can do it all within 12 months, they'll monetize me. And like I said, the videos will start circulating on their own, and I won't have to keep asking people to subscribe or to share or do whatever, because YouTube will do that for you per their algorithm. But like I said, that's not what people see. That's not what people hear. And trust me, by people watching the video, I'm not asking for money. They won't give me money. Like, the people watching aren't giving me money by watching the video. And even if I was monetized, they still won't be giving me money. You know what I mean? And honestly, I can do a whole bunch of videos and not monetize the particular videos, I would still want those videos to get circulated, but I just need to get to that status so they would be circulated. Because the bigger channels, of course, those videos pop up first in the search engine. Those videos get shared more and seen more. And there's so many people that's putting out crap content, like dumb stuff. Dumb stuff, and they get monetized, and it's like, or their content's getting shared, and it's like, why? You literally did the dumbest thing, like, I don't know, stupid stuff, just stupid stuff, like using teddy bears and like yelling at each other like they're play fighting with teddy bears, or like, and it's adults, the kids are watching it and they make a lot of money, and there's like no message behind it. I'm just like, so weird. Like, okay though. Actually, I was thinking, where did my lash just go? Crap. Oh, nice. Did it blow away? Is it stuck in my hair? Do you see it anywhere? Oh, this happened to you, didn't it? Where you lost a lash? Very nice. I'll have to get a new pair. Okay. I liked those lashes. Was it on my shirt? Did it fall somewhere? I am not seeing it. It must have fluttered and flied. Must have flew away, huh? Do you see it anywhere, Ashley? I feel like such a nerd. Hold on, let me get a new pair, because I'm not going to sit here and search for that all day. Oh, there it is. I found it. Oh, goodness. Right? Okay, I think I'm gonna put the glitter on first, because if I do my lashes first and the glitter falls on the lashes, and be like, oh man. Alright, so I'm not gonna put on a ton of glitter, just a little bit. Just a little bit. I need one of those brushes that are like plasticky feeling. Let me see. I feel like this is way too big for me. I'll get it together in a second. So this is just a glitter primer. This is the Ulta brand glitter primer. Alright. I hope this brush is big enough to... Oh, look at that pretty yellow glitter. It is so hard to find a yellow glitter that actually looks decent. Yeah, I can do that. I can talk to you about putting on lashes while I do it. I I know I usually just slap them on because I gotta go to work, but I'm off today. That don't mean I can stay here with you all day like I want to. I wish I could. I totally would. But yeah, I can walk you through while I'm putting them on. I totally would stay here and just play with makeup all day. Like do a 24-hour marathon of makeup. How cool would that be? Y'all would not watch me for 24 hours. Feel like a vlogger. Live vlogger. This is LA Splash loose glitter. I got it from Ulta. I just want to keep adding more. Like, stop, Lois. Just stop. Alright, let me just show you what it looks like. I don't want to go all the way across the eye. I really wanted to stop because I really liked the metallic holographic eyeshadow that was underneath it. So I think I'm going to stop there. Yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of clear hair gel and go right over the top of that. Just to kind of lock it into place, like if there's any like loose stuff sitting on top that I didn't get glitter primer underneath. So I'm going to take a brush, and what I'm going to do is take this silicone brush, and I'm just going to tap that hair gel. I'm spreading this around. I should have just tapped it instead of messing with it. I'll add a little bit more glitter to go on top of that. I am making a huge mess. I just love this glitter so much. I need to add more. Look how glittery that is. I'm going to tone it down in a minute though. It is, it really is, but that was the whole purpose, because the ribbon was yellow, purple, and teal, and I really wanted that yellow to stand out. See, the yellow was more of the awareness ribbon, and then the prevention ribbon was more of the blue and purple. have to go back over it with the eyeliner now. I hate doing that over glitter. I did get it over my eyeliner. Where's the eyeliner I was using? Oh, it's right here. It's in the wrong spot. Yeah, it's because I'm not on Facebook Live, and that's where most of the people... Teal. It's like teal and purple. Yeah, usually on Facebook, because I usually have a bigger audience on Facebook Live, and I'm not on Facebook Live today, that's why. Most people are used to seeing me over there, and that's where most of the following is, so I'm not there today, so they literally would have to click on the video to go to YouTube to watch, or you know. Alright, my blue. And some people can't figure out how to chat on YouTube, which sucks for them. I try to explain it. I've never actually watched their YouTube live videos, so I don't really know. I think you have to be logged in, but... Alright, so I got glue on the lashes. Alright, so when you have a pair of lashes, okay, you need to make sure that you know that there's a left side and a right side. And a lot of times what happens is your lashes on the outer edge are longer than your lashes on the inner edge most of the time. So that's why you need to make sure you put the left on the left and right on the right. So you want to hold them down like this, like the eyes are looking out. Because usually you'll hold them like this and you think, oh, that's my left eye, but that's not the case. So hold them outward and lay them down, so you know where to which one goes where. When you get them out, you need to measure them, like put them on your eye, see if they're too long. If you feel anything, like when you close your eye, if you feel like they're poking you on the inner or outer corner, that means they're too long and you need to trim them. And in that case, you just trim from the outer corner, not the inner corner, because you don't want to trim the shorter lashes, you want to trim the longer ones. So once you trim them, you will then put the glue on, and you need to make sure that the glue is wet them. Make sure they're nice and wet. That's very important. They need to be damp, so damp. And then the glue will turn to like a clearish whitish goo, and you just pull them right off. So once you put them on, You need to make sure, like the glue needs to be tacky so it's not super wet, and make sure you don't wait till it dries. So it should look kind of like parts of it is kind of turning clear. I don't know if you can see that. I know it looks all white in the camera, but it's not. Some of it looks like it's kind of dried down a little. I put on a lot of glue because I don't want my lashes blowing off in the wind. It's happened before. But what you do is, I usually like to clamp them right about the center. And I look about where the center of my eye is, and I go for that area. Now, I did trim these where there will be, I really kind of need to put them more on the outer edge. So you just need to keep in mind that I have a lot of glitter. I'm going to have to pull some of that off. So I put it on, and I put it on my lash, and then I move it back. So I drop it on, so I don't go straight for the skin. So once you do that, you kind of pull. I do the outer corner first. Like I pull it towards the outer corner, and then I go for the inner corner. But some people do it opposite. And then I just use the tweezers to kind of pinch them together. And then I go in with these mini curlers. My little piece just fell out. They look like this. And I start to squeeze. You don't want to like squeeze super hard. You just want to, you're like binding your lashes together at the same time it's curling them up and out of your line of sight. Like this. And then I don't know if you can tell the difference, but it curls them up and out of your line of sight, and they're so pretty. Okay. These lashes are really pretty. Now you do not want to put mascara on your falsies. That can ruin your falsies. There have been times when I've used mascara on my falsies, but they were more of the natural ones, and I felt like they needed to be a tad bit darker. But you have to be very careful, because if you do that, you have to clean them off. And that's when the damage comes in, when you're trying to get the mascara off of them. Now, technically, you could use a like a makeup remover oil, you know, they make like eye makeup remover or whatever. And if you do use something like that, you're still kind of tugging at the lashes to get the mascara off, and that's when you kind of you end up pulling them off the band a little bit, and that kind of messes them up. So you just have to be super careful about putting mascara on your falsies. You kind of don't want to do that. So I'm just going back and scraping out some of the glitter that transferred up, because of course I opened my eyes before they were dry. So now I just got to go back in a little bit with this purple and touch it up. So I'm using like an itty bitty brush here. go back with this brush and just blend just a little bit. I swear I can't win for losing. I feel like I accidentally blended away too much of the glitter. Alright, let me just use the primer. It's gonna drive me nuts. I'm like, I just want to play in glitter, that's all. Just want to play in some glitter. Can a girl be a girl? Alright. I just need to be patient and let it dry. I'm being so impatient right now. Okay. All we gotta do now is lips, and we are finally done. Alright, so I guess I'll do a nude lip because I really don't want to take away from the colors that I used for this cause, which is suicide prevention and awareness. So I'm going to use something nude. I have pulled some purples out. I just don't think I'm going to go that route today. Flat finish gloss. Let me see what this is. The color is called Dreamy. Let's see. See how dreamy that is. That is actually really pretty. Okay. We'll go with Dreamy. So this is what the color looks like right here. I don't know if you can see that. The camera on you now sucks. Okay. I need a nude lip liner. We'll go with this one. Yeah. So this is an LA Girl lip liner. I really like these lip liners. They are budge proof. They really are. Hi, how are you doing the most? Hi, Sunny. Okay, so I'm just going to put this lipstick over this. It definitely is not the same color. Okay. Oh well. Where is that? It says LA Girl. Okay. sending me the address to where she's at so I can go pick her up. I never wear a nude lipstick. I always feel like they make me look dead. They always make me feel like I look dead. So that's my nude lip for today, I guess. I know it's probably more pink than anything, but on me it's more of a nude. So there's that. But that's pretty much it. And I'm just going to ask you guys, if you don't mind, if you guys... I do a live video every day. If you guys enjoyed it over here on YouNow, let me know. If not, then I'll just go use my other platforms. But I do live videos every single morning at about the same time. And I am over on YouTube. You guys can go there and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video. Also, the video quality is over there is better because I have a better camera. I also do Facebook. The name is the same everywhere. It's Lois Villarreal. I also have Instagram and Snapchat. I don't use the Snapchat as much. I think the kids use it more. If you've been on both, thank you, Andrea. Okay, but that's it. I got to get off of here. I got a bunch of stuff I got to do. I got to go pick up my mom. I got to wake this one up and get her ready. So, on the run as usual. If you guys wouldn't mind, please, doing a look for suicide. It's glitchy over there. Okay, so for suicide prevention and awareness, the colors are purple, yellow, and teal. So those are the colors for the ribbon. These what lashes are these? Ooh, what lashes are they? Are these them? I think they're yeah, these are them. Ardell 253. It's backwards, I know. But I think they're like the double or triple push, I don't know, something like that. But they're the volume, I guess, or something. But yeah, I'll post a picture. But yeah, I do have to go. I got to get off here. But yes, do a look. Send me the picture, and I'm going to upload my picture to Instagram. And if you want, you can either send your picture and put it under my picture for suicide prevention and awareness, especially if you know somebody that's been affected. Make sure you share the videos, make sure you share the pictures, make sure you share your picture, make sure that you tag people that you think is affected or can be affected or would benefit from the video. We really need to get the word out there that we all need to band together and help people in this situation. Just a simple, I love you, you're worth it, you know, that alone can save their lives. So make sure that you guys are being considerate of one another. If you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say it at all. And that's a good rule of thumb. And if you have to say something that's not nice, just make sure you've built that relationship enough already with that person that they'll receive it in a loving manner and not in a negative manner. So that's the advice I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah.